I would have never in a million years would have came back to Juarez. Honestly, between you and I ran away from grieving. I thank God each and every day that I was able to close this chapter in my life, finally close this chapter in my life. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today is Sunday, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to the cemetery, okay? Unnecessary cemetery trips that we should not be making, but you know, things happen. So we're gonna go to the cemetery. It is Day of the Dead, okay? Yeah, that's how we're starting off our week. I love the tradition. I love how the cemetery gets all decorated and looks nice. We're gonna go put some flowers in my brother's grave, and then yeah, I think that's about it. We're gonna go there, spend some time, and then come home because it is Sunday, and I just wanna not spend too much time there. I want to come back, realign, get ready for the week, because it's been a day and it's not even a day just yet. But anyways, we'll see you guys when we get there. Bye. Hi guys, I came home. I went to my friend's little shop and I came home right after. I fed the dogs so they didn't want to eat. I took them outside and then Bartholomew saw my neighbor and they left with my neighbor. So then when Lulu came inside, he didn't come back after that, and I ended up meditating, taking a nap. I feel like I really needed that meditation because it was just like I was carrying a lot. Sometimes things that happen aren't supposed to, like this week, and I'm telling you guys because I know it's like this is our Day of the Dead vlog, weekend vlog, but this week I told you guys early, like I said earlier in the video, that I was talking to my Uber driver during the week, and I had told him, we were talking about loss and grief. And I told him, like, you know, I reached a point where I would get mad at myself. It was this year. Because I was like, grieving I shouldn't have let myself go so low when I lost my brother. I shouldn't have. And he would tell me, like, the man was telling me, you don't have to blame yourself, you know, which I understand. Like, I'm very hard on myself, like, in general. Like, if I'm doing anything, like, I'm like, no excuses, get it done. Like, we're motivated, we're just gonna get things done. But I feel like the situation was just like insane. Going to the cemetery today, I was just like, okay, like, let's face it head on. And I don't mean like face the situation, like, not, listen, I went facing it head on. Like, I got ready, like, I felt like the best version of myself, and that's what I showed up as, the best version of myself, not the one who would go to the cemetery depressed and upset and trying to figure out why things happen, like, full of doubt and anger and confusion. Like, that wasn't going to be me. So I was like, you know what, like, I have not gone to Dia de los Muertos for the last 2 years, and then the year before that I went, it was just like, it wasn't pleasant. Like, it honestly, like, it would hit me, but I didn't see past that, because for me it was like, why am I doing this? I feel like every time I went to two years here, I want to say two to Dia de los Muertos, and I'm like, why am I here? Like, I know it's like a cultural thing, a cultural celebration, but I'm like, why am I remembering my brother who passed away? Like, it just didn't make sense. Like, if it's like a low point in my life, why am I going? Like, why am I speaking life to it, right? At the time, it was when I used to go to the church with my neighbors, and not my literal neighbors. I used to go to church with community friends, and they're very like anti-holiday, like don't do Halloween, don't do this. I never understood the concept of why, but my perception, like my opinion, is that the more I went to go celebrate Dia de los Muertos, was the more I kept being reminded that my brother wasn't here. So I was just like, no, like one day, when I think it was the last time that I went to a cemetery on Dia de los Muertos, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go, let it go, because I knew deep down that I had to like end the grief, like I had to move on with my life. I went, but it wasn't it. Like that wasn't it. So after that, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna remove myself. Like I'm not gonna give it life. Like that's it. I didn't go for 2 years. Last year I didn't go, but this year, Chad, this year was a little different. So my brother's birthday was, I want to say it was on Monday, this past Monday, and I was fine. Like upcoming to that day, I was just on a whole different world. Like I don't know what day it is. I don't know what month it is. Like, oh, the month is almost over. Until I'm like with my aunt, and you guys saw it in the previous vlog that I was like, oh, my brother's birthday is coming up, is in like 2 days, and then, but I was fine. I'm living my life. It's his birthday, like cool. I don't even remember anything. Like I'm fine. I'm living my life. Not too. So then Tuesday, because I had an off week. Like Tuesday, I just wanted to rest. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a day to rest. I stayed in bed, I watched TV, ate some snacks. I was fine. I rested. Wednesday, I went to the gym, and I'm like, why am I feeling like, I felt so heavy. I felt like I had a hole in my heart. Like, I just felt very numb, and I was like, this is not okay. Like, I'm gonna take these off. Yes, you can see me now. So I was just like not okay. Like, I was just like numb. I felt empty, and I'm like, why am I feeling like this? Like, it's been years since I felt like this during this time of the season. So it just like didn't add up why these emotions were around. Because I have already like surpassed that time in my life, like the grieving, the upsettingness. And I was like, no, like I'm better than this. Like I gotta like snap out of it. So what I do to check myself, I got up, I showered and whatnot, and then I look around my house, I look around my room, and I'm like, am I being messy? Like, is there like clutter around my home? I have this thing and it works for me. Like, if I know that like I see clutter around my home, I'm not mentally fine. Like something's up and I have to face it. So then I'm like, no, like this is not fine. Like I look around my room and it was a little messy, but it wasn't like clutter messy. And I'm like, no, like I'm gonna stop myself right there, because if I have a little mess, like that's the reflection of my mind. So if something's like messy around my home, then I really gotta like, no, like that's not, I don't negotiate around that. That's like, no. So what I did was that I cleaned up the home. I cleaned out my house. It wasn't filthy, but it was just like kind of unorganized. So I was like, you know what? Like I snapped out of it. I cleaned. I took the dogs outside. The dogs are here. Bartholomew was here, and they wanted to play so bad, but I was just like not in the mood. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna push myself. I took the dogs outside. We had a fun time, not realizing that depression tried to kick in. By Thursday, I was like, no, like this is it. Like it's something. And unfortunately, I want to say that because I felt this way, it's sad. It's a sad thing. Okay, it's a sad thing because we lost him before the holiday season. I mean, before Christmas, right? And I felt like losing somebody before the holidays, it's hard. It's so hard to be back to yourself. Thanksgivings, Christmas, like we have for us, for me, it was like, okay, here we go. Starting October, I was already triggered. I was already like, what is going on? Because his birthday is in October. And then you have Dia de los Muertos, right? So then, because we're Mexican, it's like we get reminded, like, oh, now you got to remember this person. And I didn't even know what the whole concept of Dia de los Muertos was. Like, honestly, like, I was never, like, I knew about it, but I just was never, like, what? Like, I never understood the concept of it until my brother passed away, right? So then it's like I did an altar the first 2 years I was here, and I'm like, no, none of that's feeling right. Like this year, I'm like, no, I'm not doing an altar. Like I wasn't even planning on doing anything. So I want to say after, what was it? I think it was like this past week, I'm talking to my mom. I was like, my mom asked me, she's like, are you gonna go to the cemetery? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go because it gets really nice. Like they have bands, like it's a really nice thing to do, right? But the crazy part is that I had made plans with my aunt, and we were for Saturday for yesterday. I made plans with her that we were gonna go find my great grandmother's grave, and we were gonna go to my great grandfather's grave, and then we were going to go to my brother, and then we were going to go to my grandpa, because my grandpa from my dad's side, he's nearby. He's in the same cemetery where my aunt's at. I mean, where my great grandmother's at. So then that was canceled. My uncle's like, oh, I got to get the car fixed. Like something happened. Cool, whatever. And I feel like that had to happen because if I was, yesterday I was out and I seen everything. The only thing that kind of shook me was the skull where you get to write to your loved ones. Like each skull was like for family members, for dads, for moms, for brothers, like each had a category. And when I did that, I didn't know that I was like kind of facing that, right? Like I said, I had told my Uber driver, unconsciously that came out of me, like, no, I'm so mad because it shouldn't have took me so long. And I'm like, then after I called myself, I'm like, wait, okay. So I'm fine. Yesterday was really good. I went to the event, the parade, cool, whatever. Mind the fact that I go to these places by myself. Like, I don't go with anybody. Like, I just go to go. So as I'm leaving, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go to the shop because I have to go somewhere, like, and I know going to the shop, they were going to be drinking and whatever. So, I was walking, my feet started hurting, and I ended up at the food truck place, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, everything just hit me. It hit me that I'm like, well, here we are. Like here we are, like, okay. It's not as bad as what I thought it would be. Like it's not as bad as how everything ended up turning out, right? Because I felt like honestly, between you and I ran away from grieving. I was running away from it. I would have never in a million years would have came back to Juarez. Like if it was my will, if it was my way, like I resented this place so bad. I resented it so bad that I'm like, yesterday kicked in. I'm like, oh, I'm living really good. Like I have freedom to do so many things. I have freedom to get up and be like, I'm going to go on a run. I'm going to go here. And yesterday was like, I got up and I went, okay, I'm going to go to the event. After the event, I'm like, I had dinner and I'm like, and I'm just calm. And I'm like, okay. And as I'm sitting there, there's a man who shows up and he's like, oh, like, if you guys can help me. He goes like, I just got deported from Dallas and I'm trying to go to Michoacan. And see, child, the one thing about me, sometimes I say things out loud when I'm meant to like keep in mind. And I said it out loud and I'm like talking to myself and I'm like, why is he here to go to Michoacan? He could just like restart life here. And I'm just like, oh shit, I'm like, I really need to like watch my mouth. But I was just like, man, it's intense because I know people who got deported. I'm not going to say I self-deported myself, but I basically came here, by myself. And life is not, life did not end for me when I came here. And I have to really tell myself that, like, girl, yesterday I was like, girl, your life did not end when you came here. Like, look at you. I'm healthy. I have all that I need and more. It's just like a moment of gratitude that it's like I have the dogs. Like, I can get up and be like, oh, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. Like, it's a blessing. And life for me didn't end. So, like, I was just sitting there like, okay, like, I'm fine. If this was my purpose for the season, for me to come out here, finish whatever it is, go ahead and face it, then we're going to face it. So, again, I'm not thinking straight, right? Because I'm like, oh, it's Sunday. We go to the cemetery and we'll be fine. So I get up today. Like, I got up early. It had to be like 11. And I get up and I go, good. And okay, child, before I start my day, I have to get in my Bible, read my Bible, whatever. So, like, as I'm going, like, I'm getting ready, I didn't know that I was like, child, like, I'm going to go ahead and face it. I'm going to go face everything that broke me down. Like, I'm facing it. It's not even about going to the cemetery, going to my brother's grave. But no, it's like I went there to go face every single thing that broke me the moment that I lost my brother. The depression, the anxiety, the doubt, the confusion, the manipulation that came after he passed away. It was just like intense, child. Like, the people that took advantage of my family after my brother passed away. Like, that's what I faced. You know what I mean? The things that tore me down. It was a lot. It was a lot. And up to this day, it's like, I understand why things happen the way they need to happen. Because even before leading up to this date, to this moment of me letting go and surrendering, there was baby mamas. It was a lot. If I could explain my summer, it was down from my dad, baby mama 1, baby mama 2. And then it's not even that. It's like me having to put a stop to it. Like, no, like, I'm going to put you where you need to be at, right? And all of that, it was like I made a space. I made room for me to be able to confront and get back to that place that once broke me. The place that where, like, I lost myself. And today, I did that. Because part of me was like, oh, don't go dressed up, like, or whatever. And in my head, I was like, no, you know what? Like, I told myself I'm going to go dressed up. Because I'm showing up as the best version of myself. Like, yeah, maybe a couple of years ago, I would have gone all bummy looking. And no, because, one thing about my brother, he would always talk about me like, oh, my sister, she does this, like, I was working property management, so he would always talk very high of me, like, not being materialistic, but, like, he was always proud of my accomplishments, of everything that I did. He was very proud of that. So I showed up as that, like, as my highest version, and I was very proud of myself. Because I was like, I'm not going to let this pull me back. So I just went head on and I faced it. And I said, this is it. Like, I'm done. Like, in the morning, I prepared myself, like, spiritually. I played my worship. I read my Bible. I read scripture. Like, I was just praying, and, like, speaking word and life over, decreeing and declaring. Like, I was in it so much that, like, when I got to the cemetery, I got there and I'm like, all right, like, let's do this. Like, I'm over it. So it was kind of like it was closing a chapter in my life, a very, very intense chapter in my life. The good thing about this, like, now that I'm just like, like I let that go. The energy was heavy on me. Like, if I could explain healing, it's like one day you acknowledge things and you let things go. Sometimes you cry it out and then you feel so tired. Like, you feel so tired. And that's how I felt after the cemetery. I went to my friend's shop and I was just like, I was very tired. And I ate. So when I came home, I was just like, gotta take the dogs out. The dogs keep me on my toes, and I was fine. But I didn't realize, like, okay, I have to like seriously meditate. There's a guy on YouTube that does like deep, intense, high frequency meditations, and they work all the time. And I'm like, okay, let's close this. Let's close it, like, spiritually, in our chakras and everything. Like, like, just close it all up. Heal, close, keep it moving. So I did do that. I ended up knocking out for like a good 3 hours. Because it's like, if I could explain meditation, like, you feel the vibrations in your body, but then you're like, kind of like a reset. I thank God each and every day that I was able to like close this chapter in my life. Finally close this chapter in my life. I don't want to tell you guys that I'm going to celebrate Dia de los Muertos again, because I'm probably not equipped for that, okay? Like, me personally, it's like, I just told you guys, like, why are we going to give life to what's been done? It's only going to bring back old memories, and sometimes it's good to let them go and, live life for what it is. But if sometime in the future I feel like celebrating it, then I'll celebrate it, remember them, but I'm fine for now. I think it's kind of like, okay, I healed, close that chapter, keep going, and not get pulled back. So anyways, you guys, I hope that you guys like this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. My advice to you guys is, if anyone's going through grieving, and just, it's gonna get better. It will get better. I promise you it will get better, okay? It's gonna get better. Life's gonna get better. Everything's gonna make sense. So I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.